Here's a horse, dual champion chase winner, Masterminded. I'll try and remember the ones during the, so you can mark your card that have had breathing operations. Now, Masterminded obviously won 2 champion chases on the trot. Last year we had sort of a bit of in and out season with him. Was a little bit disappointing on his first run at Cheltenham in November, and we couldn't really work out why he was underperforming and hanging quite badly. So we did a complete body scan on him and found out that he had a fractured rib. Got him over that. He went to Newbury and won very impressively. Thought he'd go very well in the champion chase, and again ran a little bit disappointing. The Rubies just said to me the ground was probably a bit quick for him at Cheltenham, and he definitely likes softer ground. He's had a breathing operation in the summer because I've always felt it might just be stopping him a little bit. So as you can see, he looks in great shape. Looking forward to the season ahead. Obviously, he's won a Tingle Creek before. That'll be a target for him, and he'll probably have one run beforehand, and that could be either at Cheltenham or Ascot over 2 mile 3. That's Masterminded. He did actually win over the big fences at Aintree the year before last. He won the was it the Topham?
Top weight.
The top weight in the Topham and jump round, but we've been there with him twice since, and he sort of hasn't jumped so well. But he ran some really nice races last year without being able to win. He's definitely in the grip of the handicap, but he's still capable of winning a nice race. We just could do with coming down a few pounds. Jumps really well, and I'm sure hopefully we'll win a nice race with him again. That's Guanaco. This is Noland, who's done incredibly well. Won a Supreme Novice at Hurdle, 2 Grade 1 chases. John Durkin at Punchestown, which was actually his last run. Unfortunately, he missed last season, had a reoccurrence of leg problem. As you can see, he looks fantastic at the moment. He did a lot of hard work at home with the Haleses during the summer. We've been cantering now for about 3 weeks, and we're very, very happy with him. You can see he looks great. His legs are in good order, and if we can keep him sound, everything goes right, he's still capable of winning races at the very top level. He was second actually on very bad ground in the Paddy Power Gold Cup. He then won the Borsball Gold Cup at Cheltenham in the December meeting, and ended up finishing second in the Ryanair chase at Cheltenham to Albertus Run, which was a huge improvement from the start of the season. He jumps and travels really well, does like decent ground, but he's now sort of in a point where handicaps will probably be quite hard. Although his first run, if we get him right, will be Aintree in October in the Old Roan chase, which is a limited handicap over 2.5, and then we'll see where we go from there. But ultimately, probably the best race for him this year will be the Ryanair chase again in the spring at Cheltenham. That's Pocolin. He was running a really good race in the Borsball Gold Cup that Pocolin won. He was only a length down when he jumped the last and stumbled, and sort of lost every chance of winning. He's still capable of winning a really nice race. We sort of tried an experiment at the back end of the season, ran him over 2 miles at Aintree. He was travelling really well when he got brought down, so that didn't tell us too much. But I'm sure there's plenty to come from this horse yet, and I might sort of revert back to 2 miles with him and then progress from there. But I'm sure there's a really nice race in him. Obviously, he won at the festival the year before. That's Chapeau Turgeon. The year before last, he won the Irish Grand National for Bob Buckler at Fairyhouse. Had a good season last year without winning. Was third in the Hennessy Gold Cup to Denman, ran a really sound race that day, and obviously was just pipped on the line in the Aon by Tricky Trickster. Very happy with him. He's settled down, he's had a few schools, doing loads of work, and I just assumed, by just looking at his nature, he's probably a hard horse to get fit, so he'll get plenty of graft. He'll definitely have an entry for the Hennessy Gold Cup, and obviously they'll all stay in races, but you know, one aim for him is the Grand National Aintree in the spring, so we're going to try and plan out for that, but he probably will have his first run for us in the Hennessy. Although it is interesting, he hasn't won over hurdles. A horse like him, it wouldn't probably do any harm to give him a 3 mile novice hurdle run on a stiff track somewhere. But main aim for him is a Grand National. He could be interesting, that's niche market. He won the Feltham at Kempton on Boxing Day. Had quite a bad fall at Ascot after that and sustained an injury. Missed all of last year, but he's been back in work since the 1st of July. He's done lots of cantering, we're very happy with him. And he's sort of probably going to fall into the category of sort of middle distance chaser. Something like the Peterborough chase would suit him very well. Will ultimately get 3, having won a Felton, but I'm not sure it really is his trip on a stiff track. But it's nice to have him back. And as I said, where we'll start him, I don't know, but he's been pleasing us. and going on nicely. That's Breed's Breeze. Here's a horse who's done very well for us over the last few years, Twist Magic. He won 2 Grade 1s last year, won the Tingle Creek at Sandown for a second time, won the Victor Chandler at Ascot. Let us down, it punches down when he stood at the start and watched the others go. But he's always been a little bit of a character. I just hope that doesn't mean once he's done it once, he'll think about it all the time. He's just been a little bit naughty at home to start with, so Dan's got out his boots and his spurs and has been educating him, and he's actually going very well, so Dan's going to have to stay riding him. And he'll certainly be fit of carrying Dan up the hill 3 times every day. But anyway, he looks great, as you can see, and the idea is to follow the same track as we did last year, run him in the Haldon Gold Cup at Exeter in November, and then go on to the Tingle Creek. So you've already heard me mention 3 possibles for the Tingle Creek. It's a race we won that, I think if we won it this year, it'll be 6 times on the trot, so we're going to give it a good go, and very lucky to have these smart 2-mile chasers. But anyway, that's Twist Magic.